Alright, y'all. Welcome back. Now, I'm a little sad today. And in case you've been living under a rock and don't know why someone would be sad on January 19th at 5, almost 6 in the morning, I'll tell you. TikTok got banned last night. You know, it's a little painful. That was where I got my content start, so of course it's going to hit a little harder than it usually does. But I don't want to sadden y'all with TikTok news. Rather, this is why I'm making this video. I wanted to make a video that I knew would be fun for me to make and that y'all would enjoy. Here's the exact reason why today we are making superheroes who would have Hamon. Now, if y'all enjoy this video, I might do a superheroes who would have stands or a superheroes who would have spin, but it all depends on y'all enjoyment. Well, of course, before we get into it and talk about the actual superheroes who will have it, we will have to talk about the power. Hamon is a martial art where energy is flowing through the person in ripples from the sun's energy, and that energy can also flow through water and different things like that, or frogs. The way you produce that energy is through self-controlled respiration. Without that, you cannot produce any Hamon. Hamon produces the same energy as the sun's rays, and as a Hamon user, you produce that energy through breathing, and that breath goes through the bloodstream, and that's how you get ripples throughout your body. And of course, I could go through everything else Hamon is about, but like if you watch part 1 and part 2, you would get that. But also, I want to say that technically anyone could produce Hamon or be a Hamon user, but only 1 in 10,000 will actually be able to use it in real life and effectively. And this is where we're going to decide the criteria for the heroes that are going to be in this video. But it says it takes a certain amount of willpower and a certain amount of sheer tragedy for you to be able to use the power. But if you went through a tragedy, you have to keep your mind, your safety, your peace of mind, all that. And of course, there's the powers, like it could heal people. It's the direct opposite of vampire, zombies, and pillar men, you know, basically all the basic stuff. But now we can finally get into what superheroes would have Hamon. Now, it's an obvious one, which I'm going to start off with. But like, I'm pretty sure y'all seen this coming based on when I said I might make this video. It's Spider-Man. Spider-Man would have Hamon, and not only that, he would be one of the stronger Hamon users. Because you really got to think about it. Spider-Man is a person who throughout his life, no matter what issue you're reading, 90% of the time, from 14 to somewhere, because usually his issues come off like mid to late 50s, through that time, it's like tragedy, and all he has to do is just sit there and take it and smile. Now, of course, there are times where we see Peter Parker lose his shit, like, again, almost anytime he's had the symbiote suit. It gets real wicked for everybody. You know, it's ironic we're talking about a Spider-Man video, because, like, I was really just watching a Spider-Man video. But, anyway, Peter Parker, he is definitely a perfect user for Hamon, just because of how much evil shit he's had to deal with, how much shit he's overcome, how much he had to get out of his own mind to beat different villains. His willpower is the way he makes out alive 90% of his fights when he's not holding back. But his willpower is a very big deal. It's been times he should have died, but still he pushed through and got through it, just based off of sheer willpower and determination alone. And through all that, through losing his aunt, both his parents, his uncle, one of the loves of his life, he's lost his marriage, he's lost a kid, he's lost his life multiple times, he's lost his best friend's lives. It's through everything he's ever went through, he still kept a smile on his face and still was the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. And this actually brings me to one last point about him, then we can move on. But him and Jonathan Joestar, they literally gave a sacrifice similar to each other. Because you know how Jonathan sacrificed himself to save Arena and the child and died holding Dio. Well, Peter Parker, him and Doc Ock, they were in the fight, feud, whatever. And Doc Ock had changed his consciousness into Peter's body, and Peter's consciousness went into Doc Ock's body. But Doc Ock was almost dead. And even at the last second, when Peter had no chance, no hope, and you would think he would be in despair, he smiled at Doc Ock and told him, "You're the new Spider-Man now. Take care of it with great power and responsibility." Looked at his friends and family for the last time and died in Doc Ock's body. Now, of course, Spider-Man came back later because, again, it's Peter Parker. You can't let Peter Parker die in comics. But, like, that is a perfect Peter Parker death. Heroic, noble, and unselfish. Up next, we have one of my GOATs, probably my GOAT, my favorite of all time, just only with him and Peter Parker, we have T'Challa, the Black Panther. Now, as I said before, hardships are an important part of learning how to have Hamon, how to control Hamon. In Black Panther, he is no stranger to hardships. His first time before he was even Black Panther, the first time we see him in the MCU, and one of the first times you see him in the comics, his father is dead, killed. But that didn't stop him. Matter of fact, it pushed him harder, which is why soon after that, he went to fight his uncle, the current Black Panther, for the title, and he won it. But through the hardships he faced, it only made him a better person. Even though he was a Black Panther, he realistically only had to look over Wakanda and his family and friends. Other than that, he didn't have to do anything, but he did because he wanted to help save humanity. And again, mind you, he has no superpower before his country, like no official superpower. I know. Before his country, he's willing to go to the greatest length to protect it. He is the king. He has always been a protector and a leader for them. And once he got Black Panther, the Black Panther, nothing changed. It only amplified, and it only amplified what he would and could do for the nation, and what he would and could end up doing for the world. Up next, we got the man who never sleeps. We got the man of two personas. We got the man who, when you ask him who he is, even with the mask on, you ask him what his true identity is, you know what he's going to say? Vengeance. We got my nigga Batman. Now, truly, before I answer this, do I think every iteration of Batman could learn Hamon? No. There are some Batmans that are very truly fucked up, but that's the same way I feel about most of the iterations about Spider-Man. So, it's fair. It's fair game. But Batman is a man that from a young age, from a young, small age, he knew hardship like the back of his hand. And he even put himself through that hardship for a very long time in order for him to become the world's greatest crime fighter / detective. But through becoming that, he had to learn his own world's code, his own code of ethics, his own place that he's willing to take it, the furthest place he's willing to take it with all these villains, which is why we have the no-kill rule Batman. Like, when it comes to no killing, he does that for the law, his own empathy, and his own mental sanity, because he feels like he would go off the deep end if he was able to kill, which, yeah. But he would be the perfect recipient for Hamon because, again, he has all the qualifications. He has all the tools. He knows all the martial arts. He knows almost every martial art in the world. He can deadlift over 800 to 900 pounds. He's insane. He's incredible. He's Batman. And he's one person that through the hardships and through his strong willpower, like his willpower is so strong that even there are people that even read his mind and still can't figure out his secret identity. Because he'll just say, "I'm Batman," over and over in his mind. Or he'll just be blank. Now, some people have gotten him that way. Some people haven't. I'm only talking about the people who haven't. But I'm just saying, he has an incredible willpower. He's been through great tragedy, but he still kept his wits about him in order to at least keep Gotham safe to his best abilities that he can do himself. Now, do I agree with him letting all them damn villains out and going back and catching them again? Like, come on. My nigga Joker, this is 15th day out. He got locked up 15 times. It's January. We're not through January. And plus, there's been a good few times where Batman, he'll give everything to protect one of his loved ones or someone who he truly does care about. That's why I feel like he should have Hamon. But that's all I got for y'all today. If y'all enjoyed the video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. We're on the road to 2K. You know, we just hit 1,500. Thank y'all. Keep liking it up. And until next time, peace.